best to separate the power of the beast from the way. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with it. We shall look for an opening together. Some eternal hostility.
A dash of frosting! Pia! Hurry up, Brassa! Hi! Yeah! Goose on the loose!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility, and a chance will present itself. Seize the moment. Use my power to protect its roots from within.
Wow! Here are we coming! Yeah! Wrath from the sky!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into... Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as...
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative, it eats too much, and I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master.
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sir Tologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here! All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
attacks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina di Ursula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. Well, Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Paimon's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me.
Are you sure?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on.
Navia! Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave and sent... Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind...
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple.
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be...
Huh? You're here too, Clarant?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about...
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that.
I see you're the same as always.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Maripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me...
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth,
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette, I told him that it was best not to speak too soon.
You're right. I've got to treasure every...
Stay safe now. And
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss...
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once, and I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Tes cek.
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself
Halo,
another
halo. Ada
exclusive
suaranya.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory.
Cerita apa kak
I'm
yo?
afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Oreo mah gemes banget,
Well, then in that
apalagi
case,
pas
could I
lepas
have an interview
stikernya
with you to make up for that
si
loss?
Gwyn yang di tangannya itu. Apa itu? Pas adegan
You already know my
kapan
answer,
itu?
I'm afraid.
Aku lupa.
Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of the...
Did you really have to use the word? Well, then,
Ada,
two
ada.
solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here.
Ada suara ini nggak?
We've seen this kind of
Takutnya.
thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Siegeween.
Shishin.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this...
Other than that flying ship, I got a...
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I
Jadi
right, Mr.
tadi aku
Jurier?
tuh gacha
Miss
di
Lorvine?
kartu Starlight
You're
yang
too kind,
10
sir.
diamond.
I believe that you too should have
Itu.
your day in the sun.
Aku dapat
Not that you
kartunya
would
di
want
pool
that.
kedua.
It's a pity.
Mobile
I'll
Legend
just
kah
leave
kak
the
yo?
spotlight to you
Aku
two.
nggak ini ngikutin. Oh yes. Oke dong berarti itu.
I see. Lots of
Jadi
things
aku
happened
bisa
that day,
buka
huh?
Starlight, terus aku
Anyway,
mau
regarding that
ambil
harbinger,
Angela,
I'm not sure you remember, but
habis
his
ini
3 young
Angela
followers are still
ku
waiting for his
Unicorn.
return.
He sure did win them
Wih,
over, huh?
selamat kak yo.
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news.
Dapat
The good
skin
being that their
Angela
boss seems fine.
yang Unicorn.
Bad being
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
what change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Udah gitu yang mana? Yang ini.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
Beli pakai
Till next
fragment.
time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Aku nggak tahu yang mana.
Who knows? I
Tapi
might write a
selamat
story about
ya.
the underwater. All right, last stop, the docks.
Bikin Angela sih lucu-lucu. Aduh, 2000 meter. Masih kurang 700, aku harus main dulu. Tapi pasti ini aku bisa tukerin Angela skinnya. Oh, harus main dulu ya.
Let's take a break. I'll use my fire to dry you off.
Fragment yang mana gitu?
How did you know?
Waduh,
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you. Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Per as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave
Fremi
underwater
manis
escape
sekali.
magic to him too.
Iya gitu.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Kepribadiannya manis sih.
Oh, it'll work out.
Diam
Every
tapi
journey begins with the first step. He'll become a
meyakinkan.
part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler? Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as
Tadi
thanks for
ada
his help in
apakah off
tying
mic
the
dulu terus
all-devouring
tiba-tiba
narwhal
on mic?
down.
Ini
Furthermore,
sambil
Father did also lend significant aid to
nonton
Fontaine and Poisson.
MSC
Well,
IWC.
true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that
Ayo
it
nggak
seems that
nonton
Monsieur Neuvillette has had a
Onyx
significant change of
lawan
heart regarding the matter.
tim Liquid PH.
So there's some reason for this that only Nervalette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Ah, apa itu? Itu turnamen Mobile Legends teh kayo. MSC.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
MSC.
Father!
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to
Oh, enggak, aku nggak ngikutin. Nggak paham.
That is our
Kirain
duty
suka
as
ini juga
Harbinger.
ngikutin
Don't be too preoccupied with
kompetisi.
sides. The goal
Sin-sin
of the
kompetisi
Fatui
Mobile
concerns not a
Legends.
single placer per switching my
Tapi suka main Mobile Legends
is
kan?
something I've. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Mr. Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic...
That is correct. So
Iya,
forgive
aku
me, but
cuma
I will
suka
not be able to serve
mainnya.
as a
Kalau
subject in your
pertandingannya nggak
article.
begitu paham.
However, feel free to write as much as you'd like.
Kirain ngikutin
I will.
juga.
The sea breeze is quite
Enggak,
pleasant.
karena perwakilan Indonesia
I
aja.
shall continue my
Jadi
walk while
nonton
the
ini.
weather remains so agreeable.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Oh,
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see how Nervalette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
kok perak lagi.
Full throttle!
New Village.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette. Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when...
Dia kalah game satunya. Belum.
So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydra, but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you...
For me, the authority of the ancient Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's youth, but so long as those primordial energies remain within them. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to... Yeah! And in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanid...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice stirring, whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he...
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was things... hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Luce?
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine come...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would late...
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left.
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither... She simply said that she was tired. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the opera house.
But she's...
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to... In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor...
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full...
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to... This matter will directly affect our trials. After much...
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the youth.
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure...
That's true. That power was derived from the people's... Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic...
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now.
What complicated consider...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume? I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. As far as I'm aware, Natlan...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe the harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui harbinger doing their—
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be— Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards— We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you—
No wonder the House of— So regarding this specific issue, I was just— In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Ini live-nya lama kah? Tergantung. Tapi sinyal lagi bagus nggak sih ini? Stabil ya? Oh, udah di 720 kayak 30 fps.
You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here.
Aku kebetulan
So
lagi
I'm no longer
lembur
getting any
nugas.
interference.
Oh,
I can
lagi banyak
finally catch the
tugas.
scent of your power. It is the authority of the
Besok kan
planet's
libur.
primordial dragons. But with
Tapi masih
something
ngerjain
very
tugas.
similar to— I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
Semangat.
What was it again?
I do not know.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Bajunya beda aja sih.
Remains? I've never heard of it. Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me.
Focalor.
But I fear I have never heard of it described.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young. And I have never— It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity
Oh, besok
to
masuk.
possess a different sort
Nggak
of
libur.
common sense. Regardless, you should probably get rid of
Besok
objects of
dikumpulkan.
misfortune to prevent any disaster. To live in
Atau bukan
itself is a blessing.
pelajaran sekolah.
But once a person dies, the bonds he
Oh, buat
once had with this
kompetisi.
world shall alter.
Kompetisi
What
apa
do you
tuh?
mean?
No need to fret. These are just my
Kesenian kah?
personal—
This third descender you refer to, who are they?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that— If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on.
Next time, you believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Kenapa masih di dungeon?
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on.
The remains of the third
Iya,
descender?
ini yang ngadain perusahaan gede.
That's what the
Oh, kompetisi apa itu?
chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
Lumayan dapat sertifikat. Oh, tuh, sok. Semangat Kak. Semoga
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play,
individu
that
atau
is what she
kelompok.
meant to say.
And she
Kompetisi
said
nih.
that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here. I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
like being able to use elemental powers without a— No, let's not think about this stuff right now. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all, that's what you say, but this topic still feels— Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers—
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment.
But she sacrificed herself.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes, life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between...
Bisa nih. Lah, sini aku yang ulang. Halo, halo. Masih connect kah? Tidak. Terhibur KBPS. Sinyal bertahanlah.
There's still a long road ahead. Gladiator. Ya nggak punya gladiator.
Tidak, sinyalnya. Sinyal berapaan sih? Gak tahu kayak ini. Ya biasa wifi-nya bersama soalnya. Iya aku tanya nyari musuh tapi nggak ketemu. Biasanya di mana mereka? Ini aku beli. Tapi kadang IndiHome juga kadang rada-rada sih. Nah kan udah normal lagi tuh. Ini nyobain jurus baru.
The insolent shall be punished.
1000 dong.
Up to the freezer! At first, the flavor! Light up the blazing sun!
I miscalculated.
Let the end!
Pertinent fool to gone!
Channel. Banyak banget aku punya. Oh, max HP.
Rise with the sun! A dash of frosting! Water jet! Headbutt! Oh, well, no! Light it up! Ha!
Keliling HP ternyata.
Rise with the sun! The pinnacle of excellence! Water jet!
Wipe out!
Rasengan.
Keep your eyes wide open.
Perfect. It's
The only ones for the job. Huh.
the Adventurers Guild. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say...
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the Commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is...
they're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission...
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission. And besides, putting up a commission in any case...
Alright then, let's go! I'm on starting... We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person looking for? What's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no...
Okay, guess you are really...
I'm sorry, I didn't... Hello there. Are you looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vermara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?